Hi, my name's Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about why you shouldn't manifest alone. And some people are going to watch this video title and they'll just be like, "What? What's he talking about? What do you mean don't manifest alone?" People will just wonder. It's like, "Oh, what is this? What do you mean don't manifest alone? Why?" Well, it's because you have help from the Most High God. So this video I'm going to be talking to you about what you can do to change your manifestations to make them 100,000 times stronger, because they have to go through him anyway. A lot of people who are of God don't normally think to ask for the help of God upon their manifestations. So it could be positive affirmation, it could be visualization, but you have to know every little tiny thing. Oh, I just got a whiff of maple syrup. Every little tiny thing you do, for the people who know that means it, then you know what it means. But for every little tiny thing you do, you are 100% getting helped. So, or you could be getting more help than you currently are. And by the way, I take off the rings in the video because I'm surprising you guys with new rings, so it's a surprise. But you do have to understand that you're not ever alone. So whenever you don't ask for help, God's still helping you because he loves you, but it's not the same as if when you actively ask and then claim the energy. So when you claim the energies of when you're manifesting with the help of God, he's gonna happily surprise you. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be awesome. It's very exciting when God helps you manifest, because you're not manifesting alone. Anything you're manifesting has to be passed through him anyway. I'd like you guys to understand that. So do not manifest alone. I'll teach you about how to manifest with the help of God in this video, but you guys already know. But sometimes we just don't put two and two together. We don't really go like, oh, I did not realize God is God. He can do everything. So we cannot fathom God. We cannot understand God. We just understand that he loves us so much that he'll help us anyway. So when you manifest and you're not actively asking him for every manifestation to go through, it'll go through anyway through him. But when you actively ask, it'll be awesome. So I'm very excited to teach this video. So one thing you guys have to understand, let me tell you, because I do visualization. I do affirmations and stuff like that. I do that every single day. I practice what I preach. So some things that are extremely small, for example, they're knocking papers off my wall to use examples, but I don't know if you guys can hear that on the microphone, but my angels are literally knocking down things off the wall. Teach this. So like if I have a sticky note with an affirmation on my wall, they'll just knock it down and be like, teach about that. So basically what you guys have to understand is that when you say your affirmation, thoughts are electricity. Our voice is a vibration. And people are like, no, people will be like, no, your voice is not a vibration. So take your two fingers and touch your throat. Everyone do this. Everyone do this and go, ah, ah. And it's not like the theme song or something, but like the Halo theme song. But so start talking and go like this. Talk with your two fingers on your throat. I would like everyone to do this right now. So start talking with me. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. So take your fingers down from where you just held them, and you'll still feel your fingers vibrating. For some people who have their energy gifts open, you'll feel it vibrating a lot. So what am I saying? What am I possibly saying? It's that when you speak, when you're sending your word out, it comes back to you. We see that in Isaiah 55:11. We see that in Genesis. We see that in everything we do. It's God spoke the word. He spoke into the existence and just created world. Everything that's beautiful in the world is through him. So yeah, I'm excited to teach this topic. I'm just like about to jump out of my skin, like, yeah. But the thing is, when we speak, those words that go out, they echo vibrations. So the universe is like a fishbowl. It's like a mechanism. So it's hitting upon the walls of the fishbowl and it's manipulating. Yes, manipulating. It's energetically bending things into your favor. So let's just say you wanted more protection. So, coconut, I'm going to give you an example. So when a coconut falls and hits someone on the head, it's more dangerous than a shark biting because that's more likely to really do damage. So when you're manifesting, I'm protected. I'm protected from every little thing. And you're walking out and about in nature and you say, I'm protected. So you walking, and after you say the affirmation, all day after you say it, it's bouncing around in the world. It's literally boing, boing, boing. So after you say it and you can feel it vibrating in your fingers, it's vibrating everything around you. Now you walk into the world and a coconut falls off the tree, but your vibration of your voice affected the way it falls. So it might have felt a little bit slower. Maybe it fell sooner than you came there. Maybe it fell sooner or after, and it almost hit you. So that coconut's supposed to hit you, but when you manifested I am protected, it didn't even touch you. What's the difference between, so the coconut falls, it almost hits you, it's like, oh wow, the coconut almost hit me. That's actually a thing. Look it up, it's actually one of the most scary things. Don't ever stand under coconut trees like that. But when you manifest with the help of God, for example, you won't even see the coconut fall. Instead of for the coconut falling, you won't even notice it. So that's just an example. It's like, oh, it almost hit me versus, oh, I didn't see it, etc. Maybe if you pray anyway, God would hack it back, but that's just an example, okay? So what my point is that anything you're manifesting and you ask for the help of God, and it doesn't matter what you're manifesting. It really doesn't. You can't, because some people are like, well, I'm embarrassed about what I'm manifesting, because it could be something with health, it could be something with embarrassing situation, it could be something manifesting that your love life is better, manifesting certain things because people who have certain problems in their relationship will manifest certain performances being better, etc. So people are sometimes embarrassed to have help with manifesting things, so they don't ask God when God would help them anyway because God loves them. The fact that you go to God, you ask God for help, because a lot of people won't ask him for help on certain things and they just automatically assume that since they're a master manifester, they're going to manifest everything by themselves and they don't need his help. When that's not the case. It's you can do your prayers, but do your manifestations with your prayers, after your prayers. I suggest you pray first, not before your prayers, but when you do the manifestations, do them with God. Ask God, okay, God, I can't manifest. If I knew whatever I was trying to manifest, for example, let's just say you're trying to be happier, maybe you don't know what you need. Maybe you don't know that extra thing that you need in your manifestations to help you grow. So God will help you make new manifestations. For example, if with your visualizations, even if you're manifesting and you're not a good visualizer, it doesn't matter with the help of God. God will literally, I just saw a spark shoot across my room. I don't normally see that YouTube videos. I wonder if I can rewind and see that. But, and this is a very happy topic, so I'm not be putting off sparks right now, but I'm very, very happy for this topic, if you guys couldn't tell. But with the help of God, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy about this video because I would not have known how to do this except for when my angel told me. It's like, just flat out, just ask for help. Because even if you're someone who can't visualize, you don't know how to visualize, you're not a good visualizer, that's not one of your natural gifts. When you ask for help with visualization, it doesn't matter how badly you think you visualized, God will add to it. He will add 100,000 extra. He'll put his energy on your visualization because he is God and he understands your intention and what you're trying to do. So even if you visualize incorrectly, you still put your time, you still paid your time and effort to what you wanted to manifest, but in difference, you added prayers to it, you asked God for help, and now, guess what? You have help in a way that you couldn't imagine. Lean not into your own understanding. Trust in God. Trust in him. So with your manifestations, and no one's teaching this. Absolutely no one's teaching this. That's one of the reasons I'm just here like, yeah. Because people are just like, well, we are our own gods in a way. Don't get me started on that, because people are like, well, we are our own gods and we are our own goddesses. Okay, then bless yourself then. When you fall down in bad times, you're gonna go to yourself? No, and that's the thing, for people who don't acknowledge God with their manifestations, it does not go the exact way they want it to. For example, if you're manifesting, and this is this is a wonderful example. For people who are like, oh, I don't want to manifest, etc. If you're manifesting large sums of wealth and you're doing it without the help of God, guess what? The enemy, and someone I know who inspires me to do new topics as well, her name is Tiffany. She gave me a wonderful idea, and sometimes ideas will go, it'll come back later. I should have wrote this idea down. But when you're manifesting and you have the help of God, what you do is you actually take your idea, you write it down, you pray, you ask for knowledge that you're supposed to be having, because if you don't have the knowledge, then it won't come out as good as you want it to be. Now, another thing you can do is ask God for help, particularly with things you don't know. You know why? It's because knowledge comes before everything else. Well, after God. So, King Solomon, for example, when he asked for knowledge specifically. Now, after that, and this is a good example because people who are lottery winners, people who are just people who are just getting lucky, people who are just going through life and they have everything they need or everything they want, but they don't have the knowledge to keep it, it just goes out the window. It's because you didn't have the knowledge. So manifest knowledge first, and then you'll have certain angels come along. Like for example, Archangel Uriel is one of the angels of knowledge, and he'll just come along and be like, "Hey, I see you're of God, and I see you could use some extra help." He'll literally whisper something to you, and he'll help you as you grow because you put your time and effort into growing with the help of God. So what I'm saying is when your path is blessed, it's different from when it's not blessed. I'm going to go back to my example because, for example, I see this very, very often. People are like, well, I'm scared to manifest wealth. Well, if you're manifesting wealth in large sums of wealth, and you're afraid, for example, it'll come from an accident, well, if it was blessed, it wouldn't. So when you ask God to bless your abundance, bless your wishes, bless your manifestations, he'll make sure it doesn't come through an ugly way. You ever pay attention to people of darkness? Whenever they get something, it normally comes in a very unexpected way. Like this person of darkness manifested, and maybe they're not dark, maybe they just had something dark around them. Like they manifested $1 million, and then their aunt died or uncle died, or whatever, something, and it came to them, and they're just like, this is how I manifest. I did this guide and tutorial on YouTube, and this is how it happened. Yeah, because he didn't ask for God to bless it. Sometimes when you're already a person, God, he'll bless it, but when you're not close to him, the enemy does hear, and the enemy's like, well, I can do this little my spin. I can put this in a way that'll make your life really interesting, and it's not interesting that you want. The interesting that you want is the interesting that is blessed. So manifest through God. Manifest with the help of the Lord. Manifest. So if you'd like some practical examples, before you do your visualizations, ask God, because sometimes and this happens to me in my videos, I get so excited, I'm just like, argh. So we can't really get out how we say something sometimes because we get so excited or we just get so involved into the manifestation that it just doesn't come out the way we want it to. So we ask for the help of God to bless it. So maybe you misworded something terribly, but you asked for the help of God, so he knows your intention, he knows your heart, he knows your soul. He'll take the signal that was set. Remember this? So he'll take that vibration and modify it because he's God. He is everything, and he'll change the way we manifest. But no one's talking about this. This is incredible. I'll make more videos about this coming up in the future. But when you manifest with the help of God, it changes everything. It changes everything. You will live a blessed life. Because there's people who are manifesting things left and right, but they're getting what they desire, but it's not in a blessed way. So it's not fruitful to them. It's not making them happy. It's not fulfilling. But when you do it through God, guess what? It's fulfilling. It feels good. It doesn't feel like, oh, I got the manifestation. No, it feels like, wow, this feels good. Like, this feels good. And you'll manifest more good feelings. But this video is very incredible because before your visualizations, ask for the help of God. Before any manifestation exercises, ask for the help from God. And even if you're not doing it perfectly, He'll correct it, and it passes through Him anyway. So why not ask for the help? If you think, I'm going to tell you right now, this is for the people who watch my video and like, well, you don't need God to manifest. And people they'll type in the comment section, well, I disagree. We are our own masters and our own creators. We are our own gods. Yeah, that's how Adam and Eve bit the apple in the Garden of Eden, is because the snake came up and that's the exact line. Well, you could be your own gods. You're not going to suffer death. You won't suffer that consequence. Like, just take a bite and then you'll have all the knowledge you need. And they realized they were such and such, because I can't say that word on YouTube, but... And guess what? It didn't benefit them. They were both... They were not ever the same after that, okay? Same thing applies to you. Apply the help of God, and don't be afraid to ask for stuff. Because sometimes it's not about don't be afraid to ask for stuff. Sometimes we don't know how to ask for things. So when we ask for things, for knowledge, which I said very importantly, our angels will help us. So, okay, this person's... And that's what my angels did with me. For some of my visualizations, I'm like, okay, I didn't know I could ask God to put an autopilot on my manifestations. I did not autopilot. It's because He autopilots. He does it, but of course there's prayer. But for example, visualization and visualizing, when you ask specifically before you visualize, God, please just bless this visualization. Please, I don't know how to do this fully. I'm only human. And humble yourself, because we're not gods. We're not. Humans we start as dust and we'll end as dust. Okay? We all bleed the same blood. We are all equal. People are like, no, I'm not equal, I'm better. No, you're not. And the second you think that you're above anyone else is when God goes, He does it to celebrities all the time. That's why certain celebrities... I do have to silence myself because I'll be spitting names out. Because certain celebrities have called themselves gods or called themselves goddesses, etc., and claim that they were above the Most High when they got shot to their biggest low. So the whole point is, God loves you. Move closer to God. Your manifestations, you actually can't imagine how powerful your manifestations are with the help of God. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how embarrassing, how silly you think your manifestation is, because if you're really putting time and effort into it, it's 100% going to happen. God might have you wait. God might have you fight some feelings off, fight some negative emotions off, fight some doubt off, but it's to help you get to the point where when it comes, it's blessed, it's through Him, and it's better than you could ever have imagined it. You know, if you have any questions, you may feel free to ask them in the comment section. This video is a very happy one for me to make. I hope it was a happy one for you to watch. Check out FloridaStoneman.com. Actually, I'm putting some beautiful new necklaces on the website. These used to be just customs, but now they're actually going to the website. So amethyst, for example. Amethyst, which I talked about. I actually did my past video was about amethyst. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of necklaces on. I didn't make this one a choker, but that's the size of a choker. The thing about amethyst is there's actually so many aspects to amethyst. You can use it for your manifestations as well. But I actually didn't put the topic of sobriety in for amethyst. I actually remember why I did it now, so I'm not going to remake that video. I actually fully remember why. It's because I'm on the right side of monetization rules. I know what I can and I know what I can't say. But if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Check out FloridaStoneman.com. Most importantly, God loves you. Ask for help with your manifestations, and it will come true better than you could have ever imagined it. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!